Hello there, and welcome to our first bi-weekly Interrobang podcast. I'm Adrian, and every 2 weeks I'm going to present to you some of the more interesting documentaries and lectures I found on the web. So, this is what I have for you today. As some of you might know, the US-American landing on the moon took place exactly today, 40 years ago. And to mark this sort of extraordinary occasion, I would like to make it the topic of this week's Interrobang, space and space travel. Let's begin with this bi-week's quiz.
If you breathe air, then
This simulation was run on 1,000 processors for a month.
You know, the Hubble is a spy satellite just looking the other way.
One really cool thing I would like to show you today is a documentary called The Solar System. It was made in 1976 by someone called Thomas G. Smith, which is quite the usual name, I guess, but is quite the unusual guy. This Thomas Smith used to be the head of special effects department of ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, and as such was responsible for the effects in various well-known science fiction films. For example, Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan, Search for Spock, one of the Star Wars parts, Indiana Jones, and many, many more. Let's have a look what we're talking about here.
The sun, if seen from its nearest star neighbor, would appear as a bright star among thousands.
I know what you're thinking. I know what I was thinking. It looks and sounds vaguely familiar, something like 2001, this direction. I like how Mars gets a sort of light-hearted, majestic string theme there.
The atmosphere on Mars is a near vacuum.
You know how today they do everything in CGI and mostly it looks totally horrible and out of place? With these effects you could totally touch the planets and plunge into the atmosphere and get burnt by the heat rays of the sun and everything. You're just there, you know that these things exist. So, well, let's not get too excited, but it's definitely a recommendation, and it is freely available at archive.org. Well, somebody tells me I ought to give shoutouts to people, so this bi-week shoutouts go to everybody who supplies me with nice, free documentary and lectures on the web, and especially those people who are kind enough to put things in the public domain. Very nice of you. Feel shouted out. So that's it for this bi-week's Interrobang podcast here at getDocued.net. I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. I certainly did. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to email me here. Yeah, see you in 2 weeks. Bye!